Sehr geehrter Herr Bundespräsident,
dear Federal President, dear Mr. Schwarzenegger, dear Arnie,
dear special guest, former Prime Minister Tony Blair,
dear special guest, former Prime Minister Tony Blair, dear Ms. Langthaler, dear Commissioner, dear Federal Minister, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure and an honor for me to be able to open this Austrian World Summit today. I would like to thank you in particular, dear Arnie, and the Schwarzenegger Climate Initiative. I would like to thank you for the invitation to participate in building a sustainable future for future generations. Dear Arnold, your initiative is a shining example for a great commitment in the fight against climate change and for protecting our climate. Your passion inspires all of us to become active and to take responsibility. The Austrian World Summit for many years has been a well-established platform in order to address the most urgent challenges of our times and to present good solutions. Leading minds from business, science, and politics come together here in order to help build a sustainable future together. It is quite impressive to see how the Austrian World Summit uses this power of cooperation in order to bring up initiatives against global warming and climate change. And this is important because global crises show that it is only through global solutions that we can be successful in the long term. Climate knows no borders, and this is why we need to communicate across borders of countries, and we need to unite rather than do things separately. Austria today is a strong partner in this international alliance, and we stand for preserving the multilateral dialogue. And like you repeatedly said yesterday, Arnie, the most important thing is our language. We need to have a positive connotation when it comes to climate change. This dialogue needs to also involve our population, science, businesses, because it is only together that we can help build a better future for all. It is important for us to find common solutions that are ecological, make economic sense, and also are socially compatible. And it is also important for us to get together in order to implement these solutions. Together, we need to enter into a dialogue and, like the motto says it, unite in action. So we need to work together and act together. That is clearly the task of politicians to set the right tracks. We need to have prosperity, security of supply, but we also need to have a competitive industry. The economy and the industry can bring forward clean and ecological technologies, and by investing in innovation. Being open for new ideas, innovations and technologies is one of the keys to achieve lasting and sustainable progress and to also ensure the competitiveness of our companies. Austria is a pioneer when it comes to renewables, and the Austrian economy in many areas, when it comes to the application of environmental technologies, we are leading. There are solutions that are ecologically compatible, and there's no contradiction between the environment and the economy, as some people would make us believe. Quite on the contrary, these things go hand in glove, and this is why this federal government stands by its commitment to protecting our climate and also the ambitious goals to reach climate neutrality by 2040. This is an ambitious goal, but we are firmly convinced that together we can reach this goal. We are also firmly resolved to make sure that our power consumption will come 100% from renewables by 2030. This is not only an important contribution towards climate neutrality, but also a step in the direction of more energy independence. But of course, everybody needs to unite in action, because the current challenges can only be solved by a strong society. So I'd like to encourage all of you to ensure that you take the impulses and the learnings from this summit and bring it to wherever you live or work. Every contribution counts, sustainable action or standing up for protecting our nature. And people who are already doing this are now in our focus. These destructive forest fires in California or the floods in Italy or Spain, but also here in Austria, well, one group of people have always been really important, first responders. Last year, we saw in many places around the world how important it is for there to be people who are ready to help when disasters strike. It is them who, at the risk of their own safety and security, prevent the worst. I would like to thank all our first responders, both men and women, who, when it comes to heat waves, storms or floods, they're always there. I would like to thank our volunteers, our helpers, when it comes to flooded basements or heat-related strokes or whatever, all those who are helping us in times of crisis. I'm firmly convinced that it is only through cooperation, mutual understanding, and the courage to enter into uncharted territory that we can overcome the challenges of climate change, where all parts of society, the political level, business, science, all the way to every single individual, we can all contribute to protect our climate and our biodiversity. And by way of conclusion, I would like to thank the organizers of this event, and of course also a big thank you to you for your time and your attention. I'd like to wish you all an inspiring exchange and wonderful pioneering results that you're surely going to work out together. Thank you.